Alright guys, so for this one, I'm in my room now. I couldn't be for the Andy Mack review because they were playing music outside. Now it's a bit later, so they're not. Anyways, guys, by the way, don't be disturbed by this. I just spilled some water on my shirt because I can't drink water. I'm an idiot. I can't drink water like a normal person. Anyways, that's besides the point because most videos me reviewing this stuck in the middle episode. Now, what did I think? I don't know. It looks like there's something wrong with the camera. I feel like, guys. By the way, sorry for the bad lighting. I didn't feel like putting my light back up. But anyways, what I think about this episode? I thought that it was a great episode. I really did. I enjoyed it. I can see some people not enjoying it because some people they just don't like stuck in the middle in general. But for me, I enjoyed it. It was a good episode. Now, what were the plots? Okay, so there were just two plots. Like, I know, and like there were characters that weren't even in this episode. Like, what the heck? What the heck? Like, you can't just do this. Like, you can't just have Louie and Beast randomly not in an episode and then not randomly not have the dad in the episode. Like, what the heck? Like, it's like, oh wait, no, the dad was in this episode, I think. So was it Louie and Beast? I know someone wasn't in this. I looked, it wasn't that, it was Louie and Beast though. Like, maybe having some crazy memory thing and they were in the episode and I'm just an idiot because I watched it like 4 hours ago. But how can you not have, I don't understand, especially when it's like a family. How are you just randomly not gonna have characters in the episode? Like, it's some dumb stuff that they're doing. But anyway, so the plots were okay. So Rachel, she was doing some. She's I guess she's on cheer squad or whatever, and they need Harley's help to help get the crowd a bit more fired up, you know, before their big games. And so Harley had to make an invention to get the crowd hyped up. You know, Rachel just wanted something small, not big, just to get the crowd hyped up. But then because you know what they had before was just jazz hands. But you know, Harley, she obviously has to go extra. I mean, she's Harley, right? So so with this thing, Harley builds some type of invention, like it's like some type of laser. It's not actual like lasers that like hurt people, but like lights and crazy lights and everything. Like, it's like it's supposed to be a really cool thing, but then it just screwed up. It just screwed up. One thing I don't like is how this whole episode is built around how freshmen and upperclassmen aren't allowed to well, they are allowed to converse, but it's like looked down upon by the students and they just don't talk. Like, it's just so weird. Like, y'all are related. Like, stop acting stupid. Like, Rachel can talk to you if she wants, like, but Rachel just doesn't talk to Harley or whatever, and goes rarely does. And I just think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid. Like, when they're in school, I think that it's dumb. I do. What else? So the invention, it really messes up. I mean, it screws up. Like there's a fire and stuff, and then this dude comes out with a fire extinguisher, and then he starts spraying it everywhere, and then like this dude, he knew what he was doing. He like legit straight up sprays Harley in the face as well. Like, the fire is nowhere near Harley's face. Like, it's all the way at the bottom. This is where the fire is. And then this is Harley's face. And then the dude just like, just spraying Harley like, and I mean, you know, you made her by accident, okay. She straight up just stays on her face with it. Like, what is this man doing? Whose man's is this? But then Ethan, you know, he's watching it. And he wasn't laughing that much or whatever. He wasn't really laughing. I guess he was embarrassed for her. But I would have been laughing. It was pretty funny. I mean, it's not that funny because it's a show and obviously I know it's scripted. But like, if that did happen to someone in real life, I would laugh so hard. Like, it would like be like finished. And then I guess there's two plots. I feel like they were both main plots. Even though they were kind of different and split up. I feel like the main plot was just split. I didn't feel like they were two separate parts. And then Rachel, and then I mean, this is where like the celebrity thing comes in. Some gymnast, I forgot her name. Georgie goes to a meet and greet, and then she basically talks up like how Latina she is or whatever, or how Latina her family is, and all this stuff that they do, and then the gymnast is like, hey, why don't I come over to your house or whatever, and like that's so weird. Like, you're famous and you just show up to their house, and then and then, yeah, so Georgie ends up inviting her, and then she tells I'll get back to that thing later, but she tells her parents and stuff, and the rest of the family, and she basically trying to change them, make them more Latina, all this stuff, Latina, whatever. She's basically trying to train them, get them cooking authentic Latin foods, Latina foods, what else, watching the Latina shows, just becoming a more Latina family or whatever. Yeah, so then obviously the Olympic gymnast or whatever shows up, and then everything just screws up. Everything. Why am I watching a Gangnam Style commercial? I was Gangnam Style still. Oh wait, that's on the TV show. Anyways, obviously everything has to screw up. Everything that they planned, everything they tried to do just screws up. They end up having lasagna that's too spicy, blah blah blah. Like, it's just like, it was like in my opinion, it was way too predictable. Like, I really wish that everything actually went perfectly, but Georgie feels bad, and she ends up confessing because she's like, no, this is not the real me. This is not our real family. But, you know, the average stuck in the middle thing has to happen. Things get chaotic, and then everything happy ending at the end. Boop a doop a doop a doop a doop. It's actually sounding like I didn't like the episode, but I actually did enjoy the episode. It's just hard, like, picking out little things that I enjoyed in the episode, but yeah, I actually enjoyed the episode. I actually did, so don't think that I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. But it's kind of odd to me how just some gymnast shows up at just some random family's house. Like, well, she met the girl, but, like, you don't know how her family's gonna be. You don't know if they're psychos. You don't know if they're killers. Like, yo, like, I don't know why you would just show up at her house, but whatever. I mean, and she shows up with, like, no security, like, no nothing. She's just there. Like, it's just, like... And may I say, like, usually when they have guest stars, it's so cringe. But this gymnast, or I think she was a gymnast. Hopefully I'm correct saying gymnast. I don't want to get, like, people mad. She's not a gymnast. She's a whatever. I don't know the technical stuff, so I'm just going to say Olympic gymnast or Olympic girl, whatever. This Olympic girl, she is a good actress. Like, for real. Like, when they have these guest stars, the acting is usually so bad and so cringy. I'm just like, oh my god. Like, who they have one time? They had, like, what's her name? I want to say Tori Kelly on Stuck in the Middle. I think that is Tori Kelly. It was this girl, and then she was like, I'm gonna stand by you. I walk through fire with you. No, not alone, but I'm gonna stand by you. She sang that song. I don't know if that was Tori Kelly. I'm not really good with names, but the girl who sang that song, she was on Stuck in the Middle. She was really bad at acting. Like, she's a good singer, but then her acting was just so off. And, like, she's not an actress, so, like, you know, like, that's expected. But, this girl, she was good. I was like, is this girl, like, some type of professional actress or something? Like, geez, like, she really trained for this role or something. Like, maybe she is. Maybe she does do acting on the side or something. I don't know. I'm not really deep in the history of gymnasiast, or, you know, that's not even the name, I don't think. What I'm just embarrassing myself right now. But then Rachel, and then whatever happens with that plot, Rachel, she asked Harley to do it for her again to the next day because she has no other. Harley wants to prove herself to Rachel and show that, I don't even know what Harley's trying to show. I don't know why she wants to do this for Rachel so badly. I guess because Rachel kind of guilts her into it, which I don't really fall for. I wouldn't really fall for. But of course Harley's her sister, so she does it. Well, she doesn't do it. She agrees to it, but Harley ends up bailing on Rachel, and then after that they all go back to the house, and then the whole thing happens with the gymnast and all of that and the chaos, and then Rachel ends up going back to the school pep rally, then Harley ends up going back too, and then she ends up doing the thing. She ends up doing her invention thing, and then it all turns out well because Harley overcame her fear, and the thing just magically worked. Like, that was stupid in my opinion. I'm making a video. In my opinion, it was so stupid. Like, I don't think that she did anything different, did she? But apparently, the machine magically worked. Like, if I'm wrong about any of this, please tell me. But I don't think that I'm wrong about any of this, because I watched this, like, a few hours ago, so I don't really have a good memory of, like, oh, I do have a good memory of what happened, but, like that exact detail. I don't think she did anything different with the machine, really. She didn't, right? So, like, how did a machine just magically work? Like, they make Harley, like, way too smart, in my opinion. Like, actually, I think that is great that she's smart. But the logic of how they explain how she makes things happen, it just doesn't make any sense sometimes. It's just like I really would like to know a lot more about how she does all of this stuff, cause I don't know, man. I really feel like she needs to be, cause Harley, like, the stuff that she makes is just like, geez, this kid is smart. But then they don't explain anything. It's just like, oh, Harley made another invention. I get that it's a Disney show. I get that it's 30 minutes. But I would like a little bit of an explanation or something. And, like, when Harley did try to explain it in the episode, like, so that the viewers could know, Rachel just is like, I don't care about that. Just do the thing. And that was their way of them trying to get away with it without having to explain it to us, the viewer. They can't get away with that, though, on Stuck in the Middle. Maybe on a show like Bizarre Vark, if they had her on it, they could get away with that, but not on this. Because Harley talks to the camera a lot. So, if they need to explain one of Harley's inventions so that we, the viewers, can know, she can literally just talk to the camera, because Harley does it all the time. So I don't see why she can just explain her inventions to us as the viewers. I would like that. Even if it's like 30 seconds of the episode or 45 seconds, just to explain a little bit, like, of how she made it or how, like, whatever. I would like that, but it's whatever, guys. So this episode, I thought it was great. I thought it was great, but just a lot of things with it didn't make sense. And if I just thought, like, what I'm saying about the episode right now, about the episode in general, I wouldn't say that it's a great episode, but it's not even, the stuff that I'm saying right now, it's not even my problems with the episode specifically. The stuff that I've been saying in this video, I have this problem with almost every single Stuck in the Middle episode, which is why I deem this a great episode. I really do. But yeah, guys, so I love Stuck in the Middle. I really do. I think it's a great show, but it just, a lot of things with it don't make sense. Well, that's with a lot of Disney shows, though. So, like, some things with Annie Mac is like, and Annie Mac's a awesome show. But yeah, guys. So till next time, you guys. Let's do the Terry Tarrant. If you guys know, you know we doing this. You know how we do on this channel. I was about to say, you know how we do on this Disney channel. Subscribe to our main channel, link in the description. Bizarre Vark review up next. Jake Paul, what up? What's every day, bro? Fried chicken, and stay beastly. Disney Channel. Oh, by the way, Disney Channel fans, subscribe, because I make a Disney video every single day that Disney show comes on, which is usually Friday. Anyways, stay beastly. Well, Disney say comments or whatever. Stay beastly.